Hi everyone, we're doing something a little different now. We are on vacation. In case if you haven't looked at our social media, we are on vacation at the moment. So this is obviously recorded ahead of time, but we want to thank you all for the last year. Now our first upload was June 25th, and that was whenever we were, it was our first videos. We were doing the podcast. And
it was like an hour long.
Yeah, I mean, most of them, were about an hour long of just us straight talking the whole time. And then we decided, you know what, let's make this a little more digestible, and let's just go to about a 20-minute format. Which, I mean, in all reality, what we try to do is it's kind of like the opening monologue on talk radio. The opening monologue segment on a standard talk radio show is about 15 to 17 minutes. And our videos are 20, sometimes they're kind of long, like 25 minutes. But we try to make it just as raw and as real as possible. No edits of, just the hypercut edits that is so YouTube-y. That's what makes YouTube videos, just the jump cuts and the hypercuts everywhere. We don't try to do any of that. We just have a free flow of thought that we try to fill up, just like we're on the air on radio, like something that you would hear there. And we started that July 25th of last year, which is today. So this is our 1-year anniversary as a channel, and we want to thank all of you who have subscribed, who have watched, just everything with this that we're doing. Over the past year, we have had exponential growth. We really, really have on our social media platforms and on this channel. And it's been something that I have really greatly appreciated. And it really does come from the bottom of my heart. I thank each and every one of you who are here. And ultimately, our goal here is to provide thought-provoking, engaging, conservative content and conservative commentary about what is going on in our world today.
It's hard to find,
especially here on YouTube. And it's just our way to try to break outside the echo chamber and just say, hey, there are other ways of looking at things. And I would say that we are a pretty reasonable channel. We're a pretty reasonable group of people. We're not provocative. We're completely clean. So we're not vulgar or obscene in any way. I've been very careful about trying to make sure that everything is copyright free. Everything is by the book. And so we really do try to I really have tried to create an environment for discussion, an environment for examining these things from a conservative perspective. And with that being said, I really do genuinely thank all of you who are here. It doesn't matter if there was just one, all right? And I say this now as we have a channel that only has 16 subscribers, and that's not to rip on anything, but it's like it really is humbling, and it shows what needs to be done, the path forward, and it really does make you appreciate each and every person who views your content and each and every person who actually decides to subscribe. Pardon me.
We reach out to people on SoundCloud.
And also SoundCloud. Frick, I forgot about that. On SoundCloud as well. So we have Twitter, Parler, here on YouTube, and SoundCloud. So we have we have our bases covered, and I really just can't express how thankful I am. And that's something that I think other channels that explode overnight don't necessarily get maybe as much as whenever you are taking that slow grind to build your channel, build your audience. Whenever you have to just grind like that, as compared to other people who might gain thousands of subscribers overnight for one of their videos that goes viral. I mean, everybody loves that. Everybody loves that whenever that happens. But it really does humble you, and it shows you that you're not entitled to anything. You have to work for people's views. You have to work for people's subscriptions. And it really makes you reflect on yourself, and you can't be too hard on yourself and think, what am I doing wrong? Is it something up with me? You can't do that. It's just about taking that slow grind and interacting and creating quality, engaging content.
It really makes you appreciate it.
It really makes you appreciate it, and sometimes it can be discouraging. Sometimes it's like, do it with all the stuff that I have to do in my life. Do I really want to have to take the time to make a 20-minute video, then edit it and go through the hoopla, posting it, all that kind of stuff, and pushing it out through social?
There's hours that go into the editing, the creation of the studio, and everything like that.
And everything. But it's humbling more than anything, because it makes you realize you have to work for these things. They're not just going to be handed out to you. And for all of you who have liked, commented, subscribed, followed us on Twitter, on Parler, listened to us on SoundCloud, thank you. Because it makes all of this worth it whenever we can interact with people, whenever we can build a community of people that think, that don't just accept everything that they hear, but actually think a little bit, a little more critically. And we do so in an environment, like I said, we're not obscene. We're not vulgar in any way. We're not edgy. I mean, really in any way. We don't put up edgy content that would cause us to be demonetized or have any community strikes against us. And we do that purposely. Because if any of that stuff ever did happen to us, it is a severe injustice. Because we are one of the least controversial, channels. I mean, we talk about controversial issues that people might have strong opinions about, but we're not braggadocious. We're not obscene or vulgar or purposely offensive with any of those opinions. We back those up with logic and facts. And we know that that is ultimately what we want our audience to be. Of people who think in that way, who can think logically and back up their position with reasoning. Well, we really do want to thank you for all of your support, for you all being here. And if you would have told us 1 year ago the things that were important now, we wouldn't have believed you. It would have been. It's so weird going back and looking at all that kind of stuff. And we don't know what will be important in a year from now, but we know that you will be here with us, and we will be here with you. That's what this community is all about. So once again, thank you so much. Like I said, we're on vacation. We'll be back making videos to post probably late next week. So until then, I am JD, and also for Logan, this is The Wiretap. Thank you so much for being here.